everyone. Welcome back to Something to Talk About.
Hi. Happy Thursday.
With our new and improved studio. You probably can't tell, we had a little studio move, so we're happy to be in a new place and excited to bring you some good news coming out of the South this week.
Yes. I've kind of hit that midwinter, like past the excitement of the holidays, kind of like blah mode.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed reading through our stories for today to kind of give
lift your spirits.
Yeah, give me a pick-me-up when it's so cold and kind of dreary outside.
Yeah, January is nice because you have all these new goals and it's a new year, but then there's some points in it where you're like, this is like a really dull month, which after all the holiday excitement. But we have some good stories for you, so don't worry.
When does April get here?
Right, exactly. This first story, you guys, is I love it. You guys know I'm a big dog lover with my sweet Jeter, and this is actually about a movie theater in Plano, Texas that is a dog-friendly movie theater. It's like my two favorite things, movies and dogs, and I would just be living the life if I lived near this theater. But yeah, it's in Plano, Texas. It's the very first of its kind where they serve both human and dog food at this movie theater. It was opened by Eric Langford and the help of his four-legged friend, Bear. So there are a few rules. You have to have valid papers the first time you bring your dogs, which I think is good. Make sure they're healthy, you know, not violent or anything like that.
Yeah.
Each person only gets 2 dogs per person, which is also good because if you have like 10 dogs, that could get a little chaotic.
You can't bring your whole pack of dogs.
You can't bring your whole clan. And the dogs have to be kept on leashes throughout the movie, which I think is also reasonable. But that is super fun. It doesn't say anything about prices, so I don't know if you have to also pay per dog as well, or if it's just the price of your movie. But that would be such a fun, like, if you're having your dog's birthday or a fun way to celebrate your little fur friend. So
I feel like Texas is so dog friendly. Like I went to Austin for the first time a few months ago, and like you bring your dogs everywhere in Austin. It was the coolest thing I had ever seen. But
I wonder if there's it's because there's more land in Texas, so people have more animals, and then then things have to be
Texans
more
are just
kinder.
Such animal lovers.
Yeah.
I couldn't bring my dog though. Like he's half dachshund, half Chihuahua, so he's basically the worst of 2 breeds when it comes to interacting with other dogs.
Oh.
And he's fine if he's like off the leash at the dog park, like away from us, but if he's on the leash next to us, he is gonna growl and bark at any dog or anything that might look like a dog within eyesight. So he would
not be good at this.
The whole movie, I would just be like trying to keep him on a tight leash.
Yeah,
he wouldn't
people
just
would get aggravated with you.
Yeah.
Well, I love that story, and if anyone has been to Plano, Texas, and been to this movie theater, it just opened up last month in December. But please let us know what your experience was like. Yeah.
Another feel-good story. So this one is coming out of Oklahoma, so we're kind of staying in that western, like our southern western friends.
Shout out to Oklahoma. We don't talk about you guys enough, I feel like.
So there's a single dad there, Stephen Gott. He came home from running errands. This was a couple weeks before Christmas when everybody was out and about trying to get everything done. He came home, and he had just gotten home, and his oldest son heard their car horn going off in the front of the house. So he went to the window to look out, and the truck was just on fire. And it's the family's only vehicle, and it's just going up in flames before his eyes. So the dad runs out there to try to do something, but as soon as he gets there, I mean, you know how car fires go. They don't gradually get bigger. It's just the whole car becomes engulfed pretty quickly. So the dad called 911, and the truck was parked, he says, 2 feet away from the house. So it's amazing that it didn't catch the house on fire. Firefighters got there, so scary. Firefighters got there in time to put it out. And again, it didn't catch the house on fire, which you'd think being that close, that would definitely be a possibility. And so, unfortunately, everything in the truck was destroyed. I mean, here's a picture of it. It's just, But out of that rubble, they found his Bible. He had had this Bible since he was 13 years old. It was in a case. I don't know what kind of case this was, but the case is destroyed, but the Bible inside was completely unharmed. And my first question is, what kind of case did he have it in?
But I need one of those.
I have never seen like a heavy-duty Bible case.
Yeah, no.
So I like to think it was some kind of divine intervention there. And Stephen looked at it as his, it's the family's only car. He's got 5 kids. He's a single dad. They've just lost their only car 2 weeks before Christmas. But when he found out that his Bible was completely unharmed, he took it as a sign that he is so lucky to be alive and his kids were unharmed.
Yeah.
So he is definitely looking at the silver lining on that one. Now, firefighters think the fire started, someone may have thrown a cigarette into the bed of the truck when Stephen was out running his errands.
Oh, gosh.
Yes, which is awful. So a lot of people have heard about that story, and they've actually started a fundraiser on Facebook to get the family a new car. So far, they've raised over $4,000.
Wow.
Which is cool. So they're on their way, and we always post a link to all of our stories. And in our story on our website, we have a link if you feel so inclined to go check out that Facebook page.
That's awesome. What a folks are just pulling together for this family. I love that. That's a great story. The next story we have is in no way related, but it is the Royals, and you guys know we love the Royals. And at the beginning, you may be like, what does that have to do with the South? But there are a lot of connections with the traditions and the matriarch of the family, and we love our royals. This one's actually
so traditional.
Yeah, exactly. This one is actually about our favorite royal of all, Queen Elizabeth, and the fact that she doesn't take down her Christmas decorations until February the 6th.
This makes me feel so much better.
Yeah.
I'm the only person on my street when I come home at night. My Christmas tree is still lit up in the window because I have not gotten around to it.
Yeah.
Just saying, I'm doing what the Queen does.
Before this makes you clutch your pearls, she has a good reason. It's not just laziness.
That's my reason.
Yeah. I didn't take mine down last year until the end of January, but this year I was so proud of myself. I drove back from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and that night when I got in, I took them down. I think I was ready for the start of a new year and just
you were
ready.
Motivated.
I was. But Queen Elizabeth, I should have taken her lead. She doesn't take it down on February 6th because it actually marks the day of her father's passing in 1952, King George, and it is at it's at the house where they do Christmas, so with all the royals. So she actually stays there to commemorate that date with all the Christmas decorations up, and then leaves after that. It's kind of like a gift to her dad.
And this is like her like one vacation really of the year, right?
Yes.
She works up until the holidays, and then she's like, January is mine, y'all. I'll see you back in London in February.
Right. Which I think is so sweet that she wants to kind of stay there with her Christmas decorations up and, kind of celebrate her dad's life. So
I love to imagine the Queen just like curled up on her
drinking
Chase
some
lounge
tea
with her corgis and just enjoying the glow of her Christmas tree.
Yeah, I love that. That's a great story. And there you go. You have a reason to keep your Christmas tree up a little bit longer.
So that was our royal segment because we always talk about the royals. Another thing we always talk about is Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A.
It seems to always make its way into our conversations.
And why not? It's just the best.
It is the best. I'm hungry right now.
Oh,
Want some nuggets.
Man.
So this one is a story about a Chick-fil-A server going above and beyond, even for Chick-fil-A standards. I mean, we know this.
That's something.
Yes. So a woman was eating in the food court at a mall in Corpus Christi, Texas, and saw a Chick-fil-A worker doing something that she thought was amazing. So she snapped a picture and put it online, and we've now learned who this Chick-fil-A server is and everything. So this is a picture she snapped. And that is actually Chick-fil-A employee Ashley Guzman. She is 19 years old. And the man she's sitting there with is one of their regulars. He comes in a lot to the food court, and he's actually disabled. And this mom who saw this going on and snapped a picture and thought it was incredible, and it went viral. When the local news there in Corpus Christi found Ashley, she was like, this isn't unusual. I mean, he's a regular, he comes in all the time, and she and several of her colleagues always help him out when he gets there. They help him get his food, and they sit down. And it just happened to be the day she was working that day, and she was helping him out when he came in. And I just love that. She so brushed it off like that is not a big deal.
Yeah.
He's one of our regulars. We would do it for anybody. So I just thought that was great. And she actually, so she's 19, and she told the local TV station that she wants to work with seniors and people in hospice one day.
Oh,
so as you can tell, she definitely already has a heart for that kind of service. And Chick-fil-A's operations director says they always encourage their employees to help anyone who needs assistance, but even they were really moved when they saw this. So.
Chick-fil-A always going above and beyond. I mean, what an operation they run.
They do.
They're so great. I love Chick-fil-A. I could go for a spicy chicken sandwich right about now. Still on my hashtag Whole30, so can't do that, but I love some Chick-fil-A.
They're so good.
Our last story of the day, since we have wedding season right around the corner, is another wedding trend that has popped up, and it's called a bachelorette party. What is that, you may ask? It is the combination of a bachelorette party and a baby shower, and the hatch part comes from the idea that you're hatching a baby or having a baby.
So instead of doing like a afternoon Sunday tea where everyone eats those mints that really aren't that good, you all go take like a girls trip.
Exactly.
That's fun.
Yeah, it's the idea of a baby shower. It kind of just sends cold chills down people's spines. I feel like these days it's like those little finger sandwiches and like.
I love them, but I can also appreciate why they're not
just
the most
tons
fun
of
thing
gift
in the world.
opening.
Yes,
you know,
I did.
more and more gifts.
When I had my baby shower, that's the one thing I did hate, and my wedding showers, was having to open gifts in front of people.
Yeah, it's just awkward and it's long and yeah. So if you're looking to do something a little more modern, a little more fun when you have your baby, you can do a bachelorette party. So that is basically a bachelorette party without the drinking, obviously, because you're having a baby. So you can do yoga, a braid bar. You can have a private chef. This one girl who actually writes for Pure Wow, who came up with the idea. Her name's Laura Lane. She took her girlfriends away for a weekend, and they lounged by the pool. They had a chick flick movie to watch, and just like baby shower games that were actually fun. So I think that's like such a cool idea.
I love it.
I'm years away from having a baby, but that sounds way more fun than a baby shower to me.
I would go to the beach. I would order a tray of Chick-fil-A for me and all my girls.
Yes.
Because you can eat that guilt-free when you're pregnant.
Right.
And watch some movies and just soak it all in. That sounds really awesome.
And if they wanted to have a glass of wine, they totally could.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like, so I think that's a great idea. Way better
wine
than a
for
baby
them,
shower.
Chick-fil-A milkshake for you.
Yeah. Oh, I would much prefer a Chick-fil-A milkshake anyway. So that's all the stories we have for this week. Meg, I think you may have a must-have.
Do you have a must-have? Back on this beauty train, y'all.
Yes.
So this is, you probably can't see it, it's so tiny. But this is a little, this is Essie's Quick E Finisher. It's actually a little drop bottle, and it's like this little oil. And when you're done painting your nails, you just drop like 1 or 2 drops on each nail, and it dries almost instantly. It's amazing.
That is amazing.
I always have the hardest time. Like I can get them somewhat dry, and then I'll go do something, and I'll just get like the indentions kind of in it.
I get so frustrated when that happens.
It's like it hasn't totally messed your manicure up, but it's made it kind of weird.
Yeah.
And this has solved that. One of my very best friends, Lacey, shout out to Lacey in Trustville, Alabama, told me about this, and I love it. I am like addicted to the nail salon. I go all the time, but that adds up in your checkbook.
It absolutely does.
I'm trying to do it more at home, and my husband got me a new fingernail polish for Christmas in my stocking. Actually,
is this
what I'm wearing.
Okay,
yeah,
I love
what I'm wearing. He told me it was very wintry.
Look at that, coming through.
So I got me some quick dry to go with it, and I feel like I'm set. I love it. And y'all, it's Essie. It's from Target, so you know it's not very expensive.
Right. That's awesome.
It's great for all of you that need to paint your nails. Also for moms, you know, when you're like painting your nails, and you never know when you're gonna have to be hands-on immediately.
Yeah.
This helps as well.
I love that. I'm gonna go scoop myself up a bottle after work today. Well, that's all we have for you guys this week.
Yeah, but you know, we've got a great season ahead for y'all. We're like back in the swing of things here at work. So make sure you subscribe to Southern Living's YouTube channel, so you don't ever miss an episode. You'll get a little notification when we're about to go live, and you can see past episodes. Plus, we have so many other amazing shows on our YouTube channel. A little something for everything. We've got barbecue and A for you barbecuers.
Yes.
Hey Y'all with Ivy, who's one of our test kitchen professionals. So if you want some secrets from the Southern Living Test Kitchen, she's your girl.
Yeah.
Betsy does Great Estates, handles all of our home content.
All our real estate roundups, yeah.
Yeah,
it's a good time. So hit that bell, and then you'll get notifications anytime we go live or there's a new video. So.
And always leave us a comment. We want to hear back from y'all.
Yes, we love chit-chatting. So.
We do.
So anyway, yeah, have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.